is going on, everybody? This is just because here. Just finished my 100.5 day run on the Long Dark. And I ended up, let's see, now I did a whole video, and I might show you guys some snippets of it. I did a whole video of like my last 15 days, but my mic was muted for my headset. And I figured that since my headset was muted, that my webcam mic should pick it up, but it didn't. So I have like an hour-long video with no sound, except for game sound. And the video of me sitting there talking without words. So, I'm doing this one just to kind of recap. I definitely wanted to put out a video for this run. I've been playing this game pretty much since a couple days after it came out on September 22nd. Getting pretty good at it. Let's go ahead and select screen region here. I want to show you guys the leaderboards. I want to show you guys the leaderboards real quick. So we come in here, we go to the View Community Hub, and you can do this on any game, by the way. You can see it. Go to the view stats, and you go to the global leaderboards. And there we go. 4th place. 4th out of the top 200. He just recently finished his run because that just popped up within the past few hours. And he actually just finished his run. He was already on the leaderboards before I finished. I knew I was going to squeak in just behind him at 2nd, but I had not seen these 2 scores yet. Those are some amazing scores too, by the way. 8,529 hours is amazing. It's simply amazing. But this is where I am after just my first week or so, week and a little bit of play. On and off. You can see how much I put into it too. So yeah, so I got that pretty solid 4th place finish by 7 hours or so. And like for instance, out of the people who have the game, only 17% would have completed tournaments. Which seems ridiculous. Gotta stay away from the balls. Flares, light a flare, toss it in front of a wall, and it almost runs every time. Just make sure it gets close enough to where when you throw it, it lands in front of it. Because if it gets too close, it will hit your face. Tips, calories, these are the big ones right here. Calories, you have to let sit at negative 1,500. And then when you get down in condition to about 10%, you have to eat up and then sleep to restore your condition. You have to do that. If you try to keep yourself out of starving all the time, you're going to burn through your food way too fast. It's never going to happen. So you have to let your calories sit at negative 1,500. Water all the time. Your thirst should always be down. Never sleep more than 4 to 5 hours. I don't really even sleep 6 hours anymore because your thirst gets too high. Make sure you're always drinking. Always drinking. Get your loot circle down. I don't know exactly where. We can look for it real quick. But there was a dev post with a very good map up at some point. I found it, but I found it after I had already finished learning the map itself, which sucks. This is a big tip for you guys. You guys starting out, because you need to loot everything. You need to make it through your full loot circle. You just have to. Okay, this is it right here. You need to get through your full loot circle. You have to loot everything. This post up here by Sinux, Siux, whatever. Sious, his artwork. I'm guessing he's one of the devs or something. But this is a great map. Shows you everything. Gives you, see, we got the little compass on here to show you what everything means. This is your basis. I would recommend the camp office for a home base, because what you're going to have to do is you're going to have to loot. Like, for instance, say you start at the dam, which actually isn't a bad spawn now because the wolf has been nerfed and he's barely ever in there. So if you start at the dam, then you can clear the dam, run right up these train tracks, clear derailment, and clear any corpses or any meat, because you should get at least a knife or hatchet from the dam. You should get one or the other from the dam, and you might be able to get a gun. Plus there's good clothes in there, a lot of food, usually some simple tools, some extra flares. It's not a bad place to hit, especially early because it's so far out that going back to it later kind of sucks. So if you get the dam spawn, you can clear the dam, come right up the train tracks, hit the camp office after doing derailment and all that stuff. Drop all that stuff off. You know, you get a night's sleep if you have to. You can go out and clear the lake and bring all that back to the camp office and get out to the trapper's homestead and probably spend a night there all in one day. So it's really just about making sure you rotate around the map. You have to loot everything. The video that I took showed, like, even after my gun degraded. So what my biggest issue was, I had bullets, I just ran out of gun condition. And that's what really ended my run. I had a lot of water still saved up. I had a lot of wood saved up. I mean, I had all the medicine stuff I would need. I had enough clothes with enough repairs. I only got one rifle in my whole run, and that was from the trapper's homestead, I believe. And I only got 2 fir firewood, which is ridiculous because I hit everything. I found the hatch in that run. I hit everything. I had gone everywhere, and I only got 2 fir firewood the whole game, and 1 rifle. And the rifle I had gotten wasn't even like over 50 or 60%, so it wasn't even perfect condition to begin with. So that's what ended my run. But even at the end of my run, my last like 20 or so days of eating was all leftover loot, which a lot of it came from the hatch, because I did not find the hatch until between day 40 and 60, somewhere right in there. So since I was so late to the hatch, a lot of that hatch food was still really good going into the late game. But really, those are the main things. Always drink. You have to let your calories sit at negative. You have to let your calories sit at negative 1500 and let your condition wear down. And then you eat your calories up and sleep with calories to get your condition back. That and loot. And make sure you hit all your loot spots. And those are the 3 main things. Loot, water, and let your calories go negative before you're eating. Because if you try to eat above starving all the time, you will run out and you're going to die quick. You have to let your calories go negative. It's a must if you're going for like a record type attempt. Apparently, I'm not the best. I'm not trying to say I'm the best or anything, but I'm getting a lay for the game. Like I said, I learned most of the map by myself. Actually, what they don't indicate on here, if you go up here in Clear Cut, that's where I found the hatch. I've only found the hatch 2 or 3 times, and that's always where I find it. It's up on the back of this big hill at Clear Cut. So it sucks to check it. I got very, very lucky that I found it when I did, because I realized that my rifle was getting low and it was not going to last. So I knew I had to do something, so I made a venture out there, and I actually I hadn't done the unnamed pond yet either. And I missed like a few corpses and stuff along the creek. So I got a few little things also while I was finding the hatch, which was really nice. Really saved me. I think I hit the lone cabin then too. I don't think I had that done yet. So I kind of got this whole little part when I went out for the hatch around day 40 to 60. But if you guys have any questions, I mean, that's the 100.5 day run. I had a longer video for you guys. There's not really anything too exciting on it, you know. Toward the end, I went out and made a campfire on the mystery lake and all that bull crap. But I mean, there's nothing really all that special in it. So I just wanted to put out this kind of tips and tricks video. I hope that as this game's out a little bit longer, people find out about it. I think it's a really cool game. It's you know, like people say stuff like DayZ and Arma are survival games, but this is like a survival game. There's no multiplayer, there's no loot respawns. Like literally there's a finite time on how long you will be able to survive. Over time your gun will degrade, all that stuff runs out. which apparently somebody made it to 8,000 hours, which is amazing. Congratulations to him. That's like not quite 2 of what I did, but I mean that's up there. That's way up there. So congratulations to that guy. I have seen a couple scores like that up on the leaderboards before they reset. I don't think they were quite 8,000. I think they were more like 6, 7. But those are all really amazing scores. Hopefully I'll be able to get there too. Like I said, if I had the gun, or if I gotten an extra gun or an extra fur firewood for repairs, this run would have been a little bit better. I would have squeaked past the guy that was just in front of me. At just over 100 days, I probably would have went to about 120, but I still wouldn't have been able to get anywhere close to that 8,000. That's ridiculous. I wonder how long that took him regular time to get those 8,000 hours, because that's amazing. But that is it for now. Thank you guys. If you guys enjoyed the video, go ahead and give me a subscribe, and I also stream at Twitch TV /JustBecause, which is the same name for this YouTube account. And that's about it, guys. I play a lot of Counter-Strike usually on my stream. I'm getting into a little bit of World of Warcraft PvP while the update's coming out, just to see if it's any good. Been playing some Diablo with the seasons. I've stopped playing for first season. I'm going to pick it back up second season just to see what they do with it. See what kind of changes they're going to make in that, because actually I liked Diablo 3 a little bit when it came out, but it just faded, it just died too quickly. And I liked Reaper of Souls a lot. Like, as an update to the game, I think Reaper of Souls is a lot better than the original Diablo 3 was. So I've given it a little bit of time back. But yeah, it's the type of stuff you'll see on my Twitch channel. I'm going to be playing some of the Long Dark also, definitely coming up. I like the fact that since the game's been out for around a week and not even a week and a half yet, really, they have already updated it. I think 2 or 3 pretty major updates, changing things pretty majorly. So I think that's awesome. It's a good early access buy at $20, as long, especially if they're going to keep putting this kind of work into it as the days and weeks go on. So you will see me playing some of this also on my stream. And like I said, guys, hydrate. Let your calories go negative, and then get them positive to sleep to get your condition back up. And loot. Learn this map. Learn this map. It's posted by SIOUX. Look it up. It's under the screenshot artworks on the community page for the Long Dark. This map will teach you your looting. This will show you what you need to do when you loot. That's the hardest time in the game, is going around making sure you're getting all your looting done, not getting killed by wolves, not forgetting to bring enough water, not bringing too much stuff with you, because if you bring too much stuff with you, you'll be over encumbered on the way back. Pay attention to when, like, say you're back at the camp office in between trips, pay attention to what time it is. Make sure you're not going to be out at night. Make sure if you're going to make that trip out to the Trapper's Homestead, that you can at least get there to sleep and then head back the next day. Make sure if you're going to the dam, there's no bed in the dam. So if you need to sleep when you get there, make sure you bring a bedroll. But again, make sure, watch out, especially with the dam. This is why I like to start by the dam, because there's a lot of stuff in the dam. And when you go back there later in the game, you need to make sure that you bring the minimal amount of things with you, because if you get the gun and the hatchet and the knife, and then, a couple pairs of boots and stuff, like, you're bogged down. You will get weighed down at, especially if you get the pry bar too. Yeah, you'll get bogged down at the dam. So, you need to make sure that you're not bringing too much with you, just enough, and you need to learn the loot circles. Wolves, I don't have much of a problem with wolves, guys. Just stay away from them. Keep your eyes open. Always be looking left and right when you're running down the road, using your arrow keys to keep walking forward instead of sideways. Just to make sure that you're not getting hit. And if they do come, flares have always worked for me. You can light a flare while running by holding your left mouse button, and then all you got to do is turn around and throw it. Just drop it right in front of you. As long as it's in between you and the wolf and he's close enough to you, like within maybe 20-30 yards, then they always turn and haul it for me. And then just go ahead and pick up your flare and keep running, because you could use the same flare multiple times if you hit multiple wolves on your way somewhere. So once you light that flare, make sure you're ready to keep moving. Keep your eyes on the map. train tracks are a great thing to follow. It takes a little bit longer. I love this map though because it shows you, like for instance, these areas right here, it shows you that that's going to be mountainous, I believe. That's what those stand for, is mountainous areas. So try to, you know, that way you can pick your way around the mountainous areas. This map, I wish I would have found it before I already learned everything, because it would have saved me hours of exploration. But I'm glad I learned it the way I did, because now I can run around pretty much in a sheer blizzard and get myself to where I'm going. But that's gonna be it for me, guys. I hope these tips help you out. I hope you guys hit that 50-day survival and get your achievements in and just accomplish this game. It's a good one to put a little bit of time into, and I think, like I said, they've been updating it. I think over time it's only gonna get better. Until next time, guys. Thanks for watching. Hit me up on all my social medias. Please, if you have any questions, make sure you let me know. And I hope you guys have a great one. Deuces.